Hey everyone, in this video I'll be showing some of the items I purchased at the recent Chicago Flashback Weekend horror convention that I attended. And here we have the Twisty American Horror Story figure that I purchased at the convention, which I'd never seen before. There's a guy called Clay Guy. You can check out his stuff at clayguy.com. He has tons of horror and sci-fi figures that have never officially been made. He picks out characters that he knows people would want and makes these custom figures of them. And to the left of the new figure is the Funko Pop Twisty that I received for my birthday. If you saw my recent video showing some of the birthday gifts I received. And now that he's out of the packaging, I wanted to get them side by side for a comparison. Obviously, the one on the right is a far more realistic rendition. And let's move in for a closer look. So I want to show you guys a closer look of this awesome figure. As you can see, I've removed him from the base, which he's only attached to by this peg in his foot. And this is such a great job. It's properly dirty. He's not all clean. He's got his little bag there. Close in on the face. Really nice job here. Really nice sculpt. And I think he might have been debuting this figure at the show, the creator Clay Guy, because John Carroll Lynch, who plays the character on the show, was one of the actors in attendance. And just so you can see the back. Get real close there. And perhaps the coolest feature of all, this comes off, revealing what fans of the show know was actually underneath. See if I can get a close-up in there. So, awesome figure. I was amazed and so surprised to see this. I thought the Funko figure would be the best I could do for now. I wasn't sure I'd ever see a more realistic figure of this character done. So glad to have this. And I've gone on his website, guys. If any of you are American Horror Story fans that would like to pick this up, I do not currently see it on his website. I believe he just started selling these at the convention I attended last weekend. So your best bet, if you want to grab one of these, is go to clayguy.com and email him and ask him when these will be available. But I picked up mine in person from him at the convention. And I bought other figures from him before, which you'll see when I do finally show my current toy and action figure and collectible shelving setup, which I've been referring to for weeks now, I know, but I just want to get everything just so, and I keep getting new things that I have to work in, so, but that video is coming where I show my overall current setup in my living room of my toy collection. And then next we have a couple shirts that I purchased at the convention. The first is this Critters shirt, which I believe is made by a company called Atomic Cotton. So if you Google Atomic Cotton, they should have some sort of website, and you may be able to purchase this shirt through their website if you also like this shirt. I did have one previous Critters shirt from Fright Rags, which is awesome in itself, but this is more straight from the original cover art, and I like the black and white with the minimal red detailing. So I was glad to pick this one up. For anyone who watched my recent video where I showed the DVDs and Blu-rays I currently have in my media cabinet, you should know I'm a huge Critters fan, as I have the whole series on DVD, and I'm eagerly waiting for it to be released on Blu-ray. And here we have the other shirt I bought, and it is the monsters from the classic Monster Squad, one of my favorite movies of all time. You have the Wolfman, the Mummy, Frankenstein, Dracula, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. And as far as I know, the creature from the Black Lagoon in Monster Squad is the only modern portrayal of that character since the original Universal movies, and it looks awesome. And if they ever do a new one, it'll look even better. But I love Monster Squad. The special effects and makeup were outstanding. The late, great Stan Winston worked on them. If you're a horror fan, you've never seen Monster Squad, you need to see that as soon as possible. And I have never had a Monster Squad shirt before, and this is actually based on an oil painting that the artist I bought this from did. And the oil painting was selling for $2,500, or you could get prints for $10. And so this is the print on a shirt. And if anyone's interested in the $2,500 oil painting, or maybe just the $10 print, or this shirt, just wanted to send you guys in the right direction so you can pick one up if you like any of this stuff. It's the artist's name is Chris Kukta, and there's his website on the bottom, horrorartist.com. I take a lot of business cards at the conventions in case there's something else they have that I can't pick up at the time, or just to look for future stuff from them. So there's the information you guys need if you want to pick up any of his stuff. And here are 3 items I received complimentary with the specific tickets that I bought for Flashback Weekend, which gives you an example of how great the people that run that convention are, that I got this stuff with the specific kind of tickets that I bought. They gave me 2 complimentary Blu-rays and an issue of Delirium magazine. I got Dr. Mordred, Master of the Unknown on Blu-ray with Jeffrey Combs, and I've actually never seen this one before, which is odd because I've seen so much of Full Moon stuff, especially pre-late 90s, because I do prefer their older stuff to their newer stuff, but I don't remember ever seeing this one. So, and I didn't even know it was on Blu-ray either. So that was a cool pickup. I'll be checking this one out. And I got the original Puppet Master on Blu-ray, which was actually, I maintain a long list of Blu-rays that I would like to own at some point, and I've had this on the list, so this was really cool to get. It's the original film from 1989. You can see you got some good special features, behind the scenes making of stuff there. If anyone used to rent those old Full Moon VHS like I did, you know, long before the special features of DVDs, Charles Band and Full Moon were putting those video zones at the end of the movies that would show you behind the scenes footage and how they did the special effects and things like that. So, and they include some of those on these newer Blu-ray releases, which I think is really cool. And I haven't finished looking through all of this Delirium magazine yet, but it's really cool. It's like a throwback to, it feels like a Fangoria from the 80s. It's really nice quality paper, glossy, shiny, and it's sort of a retrospective on a lot of the films that Full Moon was involved in somehow, or Charles Band. Like, they have stuff on Reanimator. Just thought I'd do a quick different flip through for you guys, and look, get a centerfold of the Japanese poster for Reanimator. And here's a piece on this director who did Puppet Master 4 and Dr. Mordred, which I just showed. Section on Blue Underground releases. So you get the idea. It's a really cool modern horror magazine. I think they put out 6 issues a year. It's bi-monthly. And if you ever see one of these, pick it up if you're a horror fan. It's a cool horror magazine. And on the back, I thought it was cool. They have the ad for last year's Flashback Weekend, which I also attended, which was a great show because Robert Englund was there in his Freddy makeup, and they had the 35th anniversary reunion of the main Phantasm cast, and I got to meet Angus Scrimm and Robert Englund, and also Charles Band. If you watch my Blu-ray collection video, that's how I got my Demonic Toys Blu-ray signed. It was at that show by Charles Band, and I also met Lance Henriksen, so that was cool that was on the back. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys was the program that they gave out at the convention, just to give you an example of how awesome Flashback Weekend is, especially this year's, which was last weekend. Scout Taylor Compton from the Halloween remake was there, along with Danielle Harris and Christina Klebe, more Halloween 2007, and of course Danielle Harris, Halloween 4 and 5, and tons of other stuff. A bunch of people there from Halloween 1978, the original of course, including Charles Cyphers, and Nancy Loomis, Tommy Lee Wallace, Nick Castle. I met Jeffrey Combs, he was there. Alan Howarth, who did the music for a bunch of the Halloween movies, performed his and John Carpenter's music from the Halloween series and other movies live with footage playing in the background. They had a screening of Reanimator. John Carroll Lynch was there, who played Twisty the Clown on American Horror Story. They had most of the actors that have ever played Michael Myers. Tommy Lee Wallace, who's of course involved in the Halloween series and also directed it. Tom Atkins I met, who of course is the star of Halloween 3 and also was in another one of my favorites, Night of the Creeps. Barbara Magnolfi from Suspiria was there, who I got to talk to extensively. She was really nice. And they also showed Synapse Films' upcoming restoration of Manos: The Hands of Fate. And these are some of the other movies that were screened at the convention. And they showed Halloween outside on a projection screen with a digital projector. And I got to watch Halloween in a theatrical environment, which I'd never gotten to do before, with like 200 other horror fans. And that was really cool. And the weather was nice and cool because they did it after 8 p.m. So that was a really cool experience. And for anyone in the Midwest area, they have another event coming up because the same guys who run Flashback Weekend run the Midway Drive-In in Dixon, Illinois. And they have an event in September. I believe they do this every September. It's called Dusk to Dawn Horror Fest. And it says here they're showing American Werewolf in London and 3 other movies, and that's their website right there you can go to. But I just wanted to show you guys how awesome this convention is. I've been to a whole bunch of horror conventions, and this one is my favorite so far, and I've been to it twice now. They just do it right. They come up with amazing lineups. There's free water in the hotel. It's a really nice hotel they do it out of. I showed you the complimentary stuff I got with one of the upper echelon tickets that you can buy. I didn't even know I was going to get a magazine of the Blurays. So it's a great show, and I encourage anyone who's within less than 8 hours travel time, whether you have to drive or fly, if you can afford it, definitely try to get to a Flashback Weekend at some point. It's just an awesome show, and that's also a prelude to tell you guys that the next bunch of videos that I'll be posting, at least the next 1 or 2, it will be footage that I filmed at the convention, whether it was the panels or some of these special events that they have. So look for that in the next week or 2. First one will be up, should be up within the next few days. I'll be posting different things that I filmed directly from the convention. So keep on the lookout for those videos. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.